Ow! Whoa, hi there. Friends, good day to you. Sorry, you caught me in the middle of building something here with my hammer. I have my hammer and I have my handsaw in here today with me because I'm talking about tools. I'm not Tim the Toolman Taylor. No, this is not home improvement. But did you know that before I worked at Friendship Community, I used tools like this a lot, a hammer and a saw and some other wonderful tools. My father was a carpenter and he worked with wood and did building. And I worked with him for a number of years. And I also worked at a local apartment complex fixing things just like our wonderful Friendship Community Maintenance team does. Shout out to the Friendship Community Maintenance team. Thumbs up to you guys. They know how to use tools. And so I have lots of tools like this at my house too and do different building projects. So I'm wondering, I'm going to put this down before I cut myself because I already hit my thumb with my hammer. Most good builders know how to hit their thumb very well, just to let you know. So I have a question. Did you ever help to build a house? Well, most of us probably haven't, but did you know that when houses are built, the builders are usually following a plan? Those plans, if they're on paper, are often called blueprints. And since houses have been around for a long time and building houses is very common, most builders, even when they're reading the blueprints, know that they've done things like that before. They've built houses very similar. So building houses, there's usually not a lot of new things involved in building a house. A house builder knows the pattern very well. But what about building an ark? Have you ever helped to build an ark before? We're going to come back to that in just a second. If you're watching these videos in order, you know that we're talking about faith. And we're referencing Hebrews chapter 11, which is called the faith chapter. And in this chapter of the Bible, there are a number of people listed whose stories are stories of faith. But Hebrews chapter 11 says this: faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. In other words, it's saying that faith is believing that what God says he will do will happen. Faith is believing that God made the earth, even if we didn't see it happen. Faith is believing that there's orange soda in this can, even though we can't see it. Hebrews 11:7 mentions the man by the name of Noah. That's right, Noah. You knew when I mentioned ark that this might be about Noah. I thought so. This is what the verse says. Noah had faith, so he built an ark to save his family. He built it because of his great respect for God. God had warned him about things that could not yet be seen, and because of his faith, Noah showed the world that it was guilty, and because of his faith, he was considered right with God. Now, the story of Noah is found in Genesis chapters 6 through 9. Maybe you could read that sometime. 3 chapters that are talking about Noah and what happened in his life and why God had great respect for him. The story of Noah is a favorite story for many of you, I know. We like the story. In fact, we even sing songs about it. The Lord said to Noah, there's going to be a floody, floody. Lord said to Noah, there's going to be a floody, floody. Get those children out of the muddy, muddy children of the Lord. Yeah, we know those songs, all those verses, and it's a fun song. However, you got to remember that it was not a fun time on earth during the time of Noah. There were a lot of evil people and they were doing a lot of bad things, and God was very displeased with what was happening on earth. So we remember that God came, talked to Noah, and told him to become a builder. That's right, to use tools like this, a saw and a hammer and other tools to build an ark. And he used these tools to build something that had never been built before. Never done. No one had ever built an ark before. And so the plans were brand new. And God gave him those plans. And Noah followed those plans. And God used Noah to save many of the animals of the earth as well as his family. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't listen to the message of Noah and they perished. It was a challenging time. Did you do anything that no one had ever done before? Have you ever done anything no one has ever done before? Probably not. Most of the things we do have been experienced by somebody else before us or around us. There's not a lot of new things on the earth, including building houses. Houses are new when they're being built, but the idea of a house is something that's been around for a long time. So most of us have never done something really, really new like building an ark. But Noah built an ark, which was something new for him and everyone, and it was very hard. It took a lot of hard work, but God gave him the tools and the faith to do it. Noah believed what God had planned, even though no one else around him believed. Give credit to Noah for doing that. Because of his faith, the Bible says, Noah was considered right with God. So let's be people of faith, people who have great respect for God, people who use the tools that we've been given, like our smiles and our hands, to help others, our spirits of joy and generosity, to bless other people. Those are the tools that we have. Even though we're not building arks, we're able to use the gifts God has given us to build other people up. And in doing that, we are showing great respect for God. So be people of faith today, just like Noah. Help to build an ark. Well, maybe not a real ark, but help to build something for God's kingdom today that will give praise to God. I wish for you a day filled with faith, a day filled with the faith of Noah to build something, and a day filled with peace.